Why does this happen every week? Every week, somebody's really horny to get going. Then they get a whole welcome to the Glacially Musical podcast. It is beard, metal, and swearing. Of course, I am Nick Cameron of Glacially Musical. Joined by my good friend, the Raging Cajun, William Fontaine de la Tour d'Autrive.
Greetings.
And Hot Takes, Kimchi Chakas. How we doing today, guys?
Good. How about you, my friend?
I had to go to the doctor again today for the child, but we had a breakthrough in the diagnosis, and she actually has a sports medicine.
Really?
Appointment coming up. Yeah, for a conky. But we found that she pulled a muscle or something in her neck, so that's really been exacerbating the situation. Anywho, beer of the week, the Founders Dirty Bastard, 8.5% of a hot Scotch ale. Kind of like me, hot and Scottish.
Something like that.
Pouring it into the Northern Tap House.
Should have did the departments, but sure, go ahead. Why don't you do them now?
I'm sorry. Departments are beer check, greeting, beer, vinyl, news, meat. Meat of the day is the rock and roll huff, 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 huff. The rock and roll David Hasselhoff of fame. Don.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good. My mute button's working. Huzzah! I'm once again rocking the Blue Moon. And regardless of what Nikki says, it is a Belgian wheat ale. So, oh, there you go. All right. Brought to you by Publix.
Nice.
The child unplugged my mute button.
Why would such a thing happen?
Because she's allowed to use my computer because her computer is a Mac and it cannot accept the camera dingus.
Just no words, Mac people.
Why would you even allow a Mac? Seriously.
Why would you allow a Mac into your home? Ozzy Posbourne.
Because my wife is kind of hot.
Oh, well, that's
not
true.
a reason, but that's.
I mean, it's a reason to not disallow it. Yes, it is. It's a reason to pick a battle.
All right.
Yeah, well, mine's hot too, and I don't bring Max into this house anyway. I digress.
Keefy. I am only engaged, not yet married. I'll find out all these life lessons from y'all. I'm drinking, and guess what? Liquid Death Cherry Obituary. Murder your thirst.
Death your liquid.
Yes.
Cheers, everybody. Oh,
Cheers.
That was beautiful, man. That sounded good.
Yours sounded like a wet fart.
Who mine did?
His was better this week.
Was it better? Okay, you know what? Better than not audible is just audible. That doesn't make it good. The Glacially Musical Vinyl of the Week.
That's what she said.
And I'm wearing the right outfit for this.
Is it BC? Is it rap? Is it rap? Is it Beastie Boys? Mega Ran?
It's not Beastie Boys. It's not Mega Ran.
MC Chris?
Not MC Chris.
All right. Ron DMC!
Tougher than leather. You know what's on this son bitch?
It's Tricky 2, Rocco, Rhyme 2, Rocco, Rhyme, that's right.
No, that's Raising Hell.
Mother fudge.
It's got Run's House, Mary Mary, They Call Us Run DMC, Tougher Than Leather, and what I assume are other songs.
Mary Mary, written by Mike Nesmith.
Mary Mary, why
you bugging?
Yeah, that's why I asked you guys in the chat a definition of bugging, because I don't know.
Oh, is that why?
Yes, I got this at the Record Exchange for $20. It was sealed. This was sealed, and you can see I left the hype sticker on, and then the record itself hangs out in the sleeve in the back. And yes, it was warped. Not a serious warp, but there was a warpage. Don.
All right.
How do we fix a warpage while Don is getting his vinyl?
You can't fix a warpage. It's just warped.
You can't just bake it and flatten it out?
I tried that once, and my oven got covered in the doors.
Oh, that was great.
Wait a minute. Does that mean that it was a soul kitchen?
Oh! I did sleep all night.
Ah!
Not in the soul kitchen, though. So what I vowed after that moment was to, if it's too warped to play, just buy the damn thing again.
But does the warp really affect the? Because I've got a warped copy of the.
It depends upon the warp. My copy of Alive She Cried, my first copy of Alive She Cried, would not play on my good turntable. It was too warped. It would play on my bad turntable that was super heavy,
Mhm.
but the warp would kick it up. So there are times when a warp is too much.
Mhm.
But I mean, I've got plenty of warped records. I actually have a Twilight Fauna something something split it's got a pretty deep warp in it.
Mhm.
And Twilight Fauna offered to replace it. I'm like, no, it plays. It's fine. I don't care. Don't worry. You don't have any money. My copy of DRI Four of a Kind is pretty warped, but the guy was willing to play it in front of me. So we listened to a couple of songs and I rocked out. And then he gave me $10 off. So it was only $30.
Love
Yeah,
Twilight.
I'm always curious about that because I know like I've got a couple like I've got a copy of the debut Saxon album that I got for $5 because it was quote unquote warped, and I'm talking like it's like it does this like like it barely
Yeah, I
hit.
mean, most of the time the warp is really it, warp. Worrying about warps for the most part is for cork sniffers, cork sniffing collectors. And I left. I was so proud of myself. I left the Kiss My Wax collectors group
Oh my God,
because nobody would ever answer the question. Well, how does that sound?
it's terrible. All right,
They don't know.
here's what I got, kids. I went over to Fresh to Retro this weekend and I cleaned house, but I'm only going to show one of what I got this week. And look at this beautiful copy of Moving Pictures.
Ooh, is that an OG? Is that an Ogie?
It is an OG. It really is. And it is a beautiful, I mean, it's got just a tiny bit of shelf wear, but you can see like how
Yeah,
well this thing
I see
was
the
cared
ring. I
for.
can see the ring.
Yeah, it is
Not much of
absolutely.
now my copy of Moving Pictures
Mhm.
has been ridden hard and put away wet, but still sounds okay.
Yeah, and this thing, I mean, look at that. Look at that gloss, man. Like not even, man, this dude and his wife, they do this shop really good, man. They do everything through they have a fancy cleaner, but basically plays all your stuff if you want to hear it before you walk out. It's incredible. It sounds absolutely fantastic. I am so excited about it. And it's so, like I said, it's so new. I haven't even put it in the mylar yet. So that's going to be what happens next. And I have a very special thing here. I had a mail day, and your guys are going to open it with me,
Cool.
mainly because I forgot which one it is. I don't know what I forgot. I forgot what record I ordered.
Hey, when you do unboxing live on the pod, you need to like put little slits in it. So
Oh, well,
So it's ready to go.
yeah,
well, look at this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Spiral Skies. Have you heard this? Have you heard these guys?
nope, no idea.
They are incredible. I sent a video, I think, to you guys of them. They're a Swedish, incredible kind of psych rock band. They did a great cover of Born Again by Deep Purple, and incredible. Like they sold me on one song, and I heard like nothing else. So I bought this album hoping that it's going to be as good as that. And it's called Death is But a Door by Spiral Skies.
Oh, death is but a door, heaven is but a window. That's from Ghostbusters 2.
The Electric Boogaloo.
No, that was a different movie in New York.
Okay, Nick, watch this.
That was not good. We have a podcast. People are listening and
I
watching.
just realized that the minute I did.
I don't understand what you do.
Yeah. Now Keefy
Like
says
you-
people are listening after we whip out our preciouses for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying
It's
like
only when Don throws some paper at the camera that it matters.
visual aids like like Don trying to hand me the guitar pick through the screen last week don't really sell here. But okay, you do you, boo boo.
But you know what? I'm glad there's a table here. That's all I can say.
All right, you are the table. I am not.
I am the table. I am the table.
I am the walrus.
May I have my time now? You had your checks. I was muted. Can you?
What are you waiting on? Go.
Both you to shut up. Thank you. Nick is holding up a mute button. It's not muted though, because he's a jackass. Anyway, he's holding the button that's unplugged. Anyway, don't plug it in now because then what's God. Anyway, I have a one for it today, a brand new 2026 album, Exhumed Red Asphalt, their brand new album, came in this outer sleeve that looks like caution tape. Kind of fun. Relapse Record doing a great job. Here's the back side, front side, and then inside we have all the things. Did not come with the mylar in the paper, so I'll have to rectify that. Here's the front cover. It's probably not good to show these guts on the ground. I'll just cover it with my hand. Guts, stop creaking, Nick. Mute yourself. Jesus.
But Keith, if it's a podcast, they won't see the guts.
Anyway, you're missing the point. That's the back cover. Looks like it came with a poster. Let's see. I think is it a poster of the front cover? That would make sense. It is indeed. Cannot show the whole thing. I'll just show the top half. Anyway, that's looking good. Gnarly. Good gnarly. Please don't get soup on my vinyl. And all right, guys, Red Asphalt. What color is this splatter?
That is Dragnet blue.
Oh.
Like the show?
No,
Like
the movie. In the movie, the Tom Hanks, Dan Aykroyd movie, they Pep Strebeck says to Agent Lieutenant Friday, "Don't you remember those movies they showed us in high school? Blood on the Highway? Red Asphalt? Just close your eyes and think of Christmas."
Weren't this
That's
called
what it's
Signal 30 films? Oh, okay, so let me see. Oh, I know what this is. This is Uncle Sam Spooge.
You know, Uncle Sam is spooging his goo all over the world right now.
I'm just going
Oh.
to say, you know what? The spooch thing is only funny when it's not weekly.
I disagree. I will say, in case the West Coast is nuked by a firebomb, it was really nice doing this podcast with you guys for however many episodes. Thanks.
By the way, everybody, America, fuck yeah.
Fuck no.
Buck
I know. That was sarcasm, by the way. Let's hear it for Sweden.
Ugh.
Switzerland.
Norway.
Where are you going to move next?
Yeah, where are you gonna move, Keefy?
Amsterdam.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know what they have there?
Weed.
They got Smoke and they got Smoke Show, and you can buy them both.
Yeah, I don't
You know
want-
what else
I
they
don't
have there?
need the second one. I got the smoke already. I'm getting married.
You know what else they have there? Sleazebees.
I don't like them.
That's a terrible band. Fuck it. I don't care.
Not have a ring on.
I forgot my ring.
Oh,
Oh,
so did I.
That's
Oh, well.
embarrassing. You guys are.
Well,
Well, you know what? If a super hot chick comes in here, it's going to get real awkward when she doesn't hit on me.
No
like
super hot
always.
chick is coming into your house.
Siri, and when some super hot gal like breaks into our podcast dressed like Max Headroom in a bikini, then I'm gonna be like, look, no ring. What's up?
My
Did you
favorite
know
ep-
that there was? Do you know about the Max Headroom incident?
Oh yeah, about how they hacked into the. That's where I got that from, Nick.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Never mind. That was my story. Also, whatever. News check. Let's go.
I don't have a news check this week, though.
No, really. All right.
Wait, what am I supposed to? I should, but I don't. I don't have one. I'm sorry.
Believe it or not, I don't either.
All right. Cool. I do all the news then.
Okay, something foreigner. There you go.
No, not next week or the week after. There's a foreigner thing. Nothing this week, surprisingly. But I did get I love getting the email about the email that hasn't come yet. Email.
Oh,
Did you get
the
that?
best.
Did you get that too?
Why didn't you post the coming in a week or two, this new single, please post about it. Why? It's not out yet. What am I going to
Right.
post about it for?
Email
There's no
coming about
use.
email.
Exactly.
When you look, I was a grade F nothing on my best day in the music journalism field.
I disagree.
Thank you. But I still got 18,000 emails a day.
You have the most read live review of anybody at Ghost Cult last year for Gwar. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Glacially Musical blog. It was
Yeah,
I
but
was
like
grade F
when you shit talk yourself, I don't like it.
I'm not talking about the quality. I'm talking about the popularity of the thing.
Whatever.
Look,
Popularity
Nick, it's
sucks.
it's like Journey said, man, be good to yourself.
As we're about to find out, popularity is not everything. It's only the thing. So here's the news this week, because we're just yammering on Trainwreck Amtrak. Metallica has apologized about this via tickets. There will be no more additional shows at this time. They're sticking with the 20, and they may do some in the future. They are very sad about the ticket snafu. They claim it wasn't their fault. They claim it wasn't bots. They're trying to work with their partners. My head will not swiveling. stop swiveling. They're working with their partners so next time when a Sphere residency happens, this won't happen. I do know some people that now did get tickets. If you got like right in the first couple of hundred or thousand, you might have got tickets for $500 or less, and then they immediately went up to 1,000. And you know, again, the dynamic pricing is evil. And this leads me to my next news bit: Live Nation. F you, Live Nation. The United States government has settled their case with Live Nation for about $480 million. I'm sorry, $280 million, which is about 4 days' revenue for them. AKA, they gave money to Trump for his last campaign, and they absolutely did nothing for the fans, the American public, the business, the industry, just garbage. They're making them sell off like 10 broken down semi-annual sheds that they don't really use anymore. Oh no, Live Nation, what will they do? Horrible.
So they might be able to dry their tears with the $100 bills that they won't use to wipe their ass with.
Well, Keefy, I did have a question about that. Do you remember when, God, it was probably like maybe 10 years ago, if not, there was a Ticketmaster thing that there was a similar kind of feud or whatever. There's a what do they call that? What is that kind of court case where it's like a settlement for everybody? Do you know what I'm talking
Class
about?
action lawsuit.
Class action suit. And for Ticketmaster, they did all those things where like you got like free like lawn seats for like
tickets.
Those things are such a waste of time.
Useless.
Because you could only choose them for the shows that they let.
And then they would only allow like 5 to be used. I was able to use like the $10 off coupons pretty frequently.
Yeah, same.
But like, okay, blood is boiling, and I don't have enough beer to get through this.
I'm moving on. So, on to some more interesting news. I think we're going to start doing a mini news segment every month when we have a chaser. So this story came up this week about the most valuable record sold on Discogs this last month in February was a Danzig single that was never actually really released. Maybe he gave them away. When he was still in the Misfits, and he released a Glenn Danzig solo version of Who Killed Marilyn, more properly associated with the Misfits. Released via Plan 9 in 1981. It's a 7-inch with Spook City USA on the B-side. The original pressing of black vinyl was 5,000 copies, and itself is a rarity with a median price of $500. The most coveted version, however, comes from the second pressing in 83, which before Danzig started Samhain, which produced 2 new versions. One was a standard run of 500 on purple vinyl. Then there's the scarcer second variant, limited to 25 copies on purple and black vinyl. One of these sold for the first time ever on Discogs. Do you know how much it was sold for without cheating?
I cheated, but I know.
$1. No.
$10,000 for a 7-inch.
Was it Danzig's mom?
No.
I just want to know where Keefy got 10,000 from.
Discogs, the website.
No,
I didn't.
Where'd you get the 10 grand?
If I had 10 grand, I wouldn't be talking to you, bozos. Anyway.
Whoa.
So.
Oh, he just said such nice things about us.
Let's just talk about the top 10 selling records on Discogs in February. Also, by the way, can you guess? You won't guess what it is, but would you imagine what's the most money one copy ever sold for on Discogs?
One copy.
About 20 grand.
A copy of any record?
You're warm.
Is it like 30,000?
You're warmer.
34.
Scaramanga Silk, Choose Your Weapon. Scaramanga Silk is the band. Choose Your Weapon is the album, limited to only 25 12 inches in CD-ROMs. 27
CD-ROMs?
CD-ROMs. Well, 2008. $27,500. That is the most expensive record ever sold on Discogs. The number 2 is an original copy of the Black Album by Prince. Actually, also number 3 is the Black Album by Prince.
I have to imagine that Dio at Domino's has got to be up in there too. That thing routinely goes like $2 grand now.
Domino's Pizza?
No,
it was like a kind of like a diner, or
no,
it was like
an
a small, like
it was an Italian joint in the Catskills, like what Peter Criss used to do. And
you're talking about like Dio Ronnie Giovanni and the whatever.
Yeah,
It was Ronnie Dio and the
Dio-
Prophets.
Ronnie
Yeah.
Dio and the Prophets. Yeah.
No, it didn't sell. It's not on here. Anyway, just really quick, the top 10 selling records on Discogs. I just think this is inherently interesting for collectors, and we are a vinyl podcast, no?
Yes.
Number 10 sold for $3,033. 1 in a Million is the artist. Frederick Hernando is the song. I don't know what that is. 1 in a Million, a 1967 vinyl single. Number 9, Zacharias. I don't know who this is. Self-titled Zacharias album, 1971. Looks like a psychedelic rock album. Vinyl LP, $30,410. There were 2 additional copies for $1,686 still available. Number 8, The Beatles, Paperback Writer, original vinyl 7-inch single, 45 promo. 1 copy sold for $3,500.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, superstar.
It's not even a good song, honestly. 7.
It's a good song.
That's one of their
AC/DC
better
Stole It for Big Gun, which is honestly a better song. Anyway,
That is not a good song, sir.
Big Gun! Anyway,
Na.
if I sing, you don't also sing, Nick.
No,
sing
you can't.
terribly.
If I ever hear the words "big gun," the next things out of my mouth are every
Okay.
time, forever.
Okay, Joe Harriet and Amancio de Silva Quartet, 1969. Looks like a jazz record. Vinyl album in stereo. Hum Dono is the name of the song, of the single or whatever, the LP, and it is $3,772.
Jesus.
Number 6. Don't ask, just listen. This will get Nick a huge chubby. The original 12-inch vinyl limited edition copy of Death Crush by Mayhem, future podcast subject. $3,800.
What?
That's
Wait.
enough. I'm gonna goon to that. I'm gonna think about $3,800 just falling on me and listening to it.
Wait, and that's that an album or a single? I'm sorry, I
12-inch
didn't
vinyl
catch it.
album.
It's an ep.
God,
It's their debut EP. It is also, there's another copy, Nick, if you want to get the wife mad at you. $2,674.42.
You don't know what time of the year this is. Do not tempt me with such things in Marches.
Also, number 5, guaranteed to give me a chub, Enema by Tool. Now, you know that this is the much debated about. They have a new remaster they have not released that's been done for several years. It sounds amazing, apparently. Maynard's wife heard it. They won't put it out yet for whatever reason. This is the 30th anniversary of Tool. Enema is this year. The vinyl was a 1997 release. $4,000. $4,000. I think this list is based also on how rare it is. So this is more, so some things are less, some things are more, but it's like in order of how rare it is, right?
I would also bet you $10 that thing sounds like farts.
It doesn't.
Well, so
No, the 1997 pressing of it.
I mean, why would it? Why do you think
Because
that?
because most of the 1997 pressings in America weren't actual for listening. They were just, shit they sold at Hot Topic.
Tool is that band. No. Tool is that band. They're nerds and they care about
Yeah.
this.
I hope
and
you're
also
right.
Europe was still
Tool
people in
series
Europe were still
later
buying-
this year against Nick's will.
I'm here for it.
I might do it for Christmas just to fuck with you.
God bless us, everyone.
This is a tribute album by ABBA to their former manager, Hovas Vitne, a bespoke tribute album given out as gifts at a birthday party. 1 copy has sold for $4,117. Jesus Christ.
This sounds like Country Mike's album.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
1967's The Trips, Love Can't Be Modernized. I bet you it can. It can be prophetized. $4,333.
Wow,
God.
that person has never lived in the 21st century. I'll tell you that much.
It'd be cool if they like shamed the person who bought these things. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. We should dox them.
We should actually call them live while we're on the show one day.
Live on the
Just
show.
be like,
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, loser?
So, 1, what the hell is wrong with you? And 2, welcome to the show.
No longer friend of the show.
Definitely not a friend of the show anymore. Number 2, the second single ever by the Rolling Stones on vinyl, I Wanna Be Your Man, with the instrumental B-side Stoned.
That sounds like white people singing
Only
blues.
a small number of purple and white label copies have survived, making it one of the rarest Rolling Stones 45s. The B-side also marked a milestone for the band. It was their first composition credited under the pseudonym Nanker Felge, a moniker the group used for several tracks to share writing credits and royalties. $6,400, and then the Glenn Danzig barrel in $10K. Whoa.
Oh my God.
Good Lord. All right. That is all the news I have this week.
I want to say one thing on that before we move on. People ask me, do you listen to your records? Yeah, I play all my records, but the most expensive ones the most I've ever spent is $150.
Which was what?
Gwar, hello.
Oh, you know what? At least it was, at least it's a good record,
It's a
I don't
damn
know.
good record.
I do know somebody though who is pretty upset that that Mayhem was on the list. Is your father, Jeff Walker, wants to know why Caucus was not on the list. Bye. Okay, so anyway, all right.
Because I don't think there's any expensive Carcass records.
Your dad made his appearance for the week, so it's good.
How come he's not in color?
He was in color.
That was in color?
It's because I'm a very melancholy version of
Because he's a
monochrome.
vegetarian and he has no blood in his
Oh,
body.
You know what? I actually thought he was in color, but I'm looking at him now. That's just what he looks like. He's just black and white all the time.
Wait a minute.
Just call me Nosferatu.
Don is on drugs. I guess Nick is too now. Fuck.
Wait. Did somebody say drugs?
Look who it is, everybody.
Look who
Ray
it
Thomas
is.
Baker.
It's Ray Thomas Baker,
Ray?
friend of the
Roy.
friend and fan of the show. You guys are bloody brilliant. With the cocaine, gotta go. Okay.
He's going to go snort some cocaine off a toilet seat with the Secretary of Human Services and Health in the United States.
Ozzy, where are you?
Oh, he meant RFK.
Why are you he's talking about?
Andy Rooney and RFK never in the same place.
Did you see that they have changed the food pyramid? Beef tallow is now safer in their brains than like deep frying in beef fat is now safer than olive oil.
This is people who snorted coke off a toilet seat.
I hope they're all gonna die young. That's my hope.
He's lived too long to have died young.
Did I tell you this? Did I tell you the story about how I had a chance to kick Andy Rooney down a flight of stairs and I didn't do it?
Why would you do that?
But I want to know now.
I mean, because it's Andy Rooney. Don't you want to see him like all the way down a flight of stairs? You wouldn't want to see that.
I just spilled my beer. Thank you,
dude. So if you put him in a room with RFK, would it be like dividing by 0? Right, like the world
we would finally find out what
die.
the imaginary number actually is.
It's gonna be like that's all that's gonna happen.
The world will unmake itself. I don't know, man. Like
the world will unmake itself.
I won't deny that Andy Rooney was smart. I just didn't like the things that came out of his mouth.
He was funny.
No.
And now, in fairness,
he wasn't trying to be funny. He was funny because you found him funny.
I only watched like 4 of his things ever.
Ever wonder why?
More of a fan of Mickey Rooney.
Mara Rooney.
Any Rooney. Biggest star.
Rooney
in the world.
Rooney the band. Rooney the band.
Rooney the band even.
Not Wayne Rooney, though. Fuck that guy. His Manchester United bullshit.
What about Art Rooney and the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I'm not familiar with that team.
Oh.
I'd rather Art Carney.
Do they play?
Art Carney is also good.
So I was not totally, because Lawyer Wife's not going to an Adidas store this weekend, and so I was totally not looking at other Tracky Jacks, and I did not find an Arsenal nor a St. Louis City SC Tracky Jack that I want.
You should stop making up acronyms and shorthand word verbiage for things that only you care about. Like, can you just say tracksuit like a human being?
But
you're really grinding my gear today. That's the 3rd time you've done it this show. Like
I will be.
I might bail.
I'll use the government names. Yes.
Please, Jesus.
I was looking.
I feel like it's just Nick trying to like embrace his like inner.
I want
like,
to coin
dude.
a word. I want to coin a word. I want
you
there to be a word.
practice this privately and then bring it to the show in a committee. You don't just go willy-nilly trying shit. You're not good at it. This has been proven.
Yeah, dude. Look, this isn't a.
Stay in your lane. You're good at what you do. I don't do what you do, and unfortunately, you'll never be as cool as me because I'm from New York.
And I do the do that you do.
You're not helping.
That didn't come out the way I was expecting. Oh, by the way,
And
I
you're
said,
doing doo-doo? What the fudge?
Literally on a podcast with McVicker and Butthead, and I'm not Beavis. Like, this is insane.
What's McVicker?
The principal. Ah, that guy.
Oh.
Beavis
I thought you were
and
saying-
Butthead, you're expelled.
No, I read Vickers.
Beavis,
And I'm still just asking you to tell me about the economy of the southern colonies.
That's what you do well. Do that. Do references and crib lines from movies we like.
you do that voodoo
Say
that you
Tracky
do.
Jackie or whatever the fuck that was. Don't do that.
Tracky
Never
Jackie.
again. Just
That's
get
the-
fucked.
That's not what I said.
But
What the
Nick,
fuck
that's
you
how you
said?
do it, though. That's how you
I'm
do it.
warm now. I am embarrassed and I gotta take my jacket off.
Good.
Keefy, Tracky
What?
Jackie.
Just
you
in
didn't
time
even
for
have
the
to practice it. You
just in
Tracky
time.
Jackie.
Just in time for the fucking shirt check. Go ahead. Let's get
St.
on.
Louis City, vinyl, arches,
Alright.
all the business.
That's fun. You don't even like the arch.
I like the arch. What's wrong with the
Okay.
arch?
I don't know.
It's Arch Day on Saturday. Saturday's Arch Day.
Is it about the sandwich from McDonald's?
No, I had one though.
I'm a CEO. I eat delicious things.
I
What
had
the
to eat one. I ate one.
There's a guy off camera with like a shotgun.
What, did you actually eat one?
Oh, I
Was it-
swallowed some of the juice.
Wow, look
And
at all
then-
the colors.
McDonald's getting completely like clowned by Burger King and Wendy's on social media for that. Unbelievable. Our CEO is not an android. He actually eats food.
He was eating it like he was filming a television show,
He was eating it like he never ate food before in his life.
which
That
is
was
what it looks
hands.
like on a Watch The Big Bang Theory and just watch Jim Parsons as Sheldon Cooper eating.
Yeah.
And once you watch that, you will never be able to unsee
There's
it.
only two things I watch on the Big Bang Theory, and you can guess what they are.
Kaylee Coco.
Or
That's
who
it.
owns them?
Her boobs.
Her boobs.
I don't care what's coming out of her mouth, just whatever's happening.
Don, shirt check.
Well, first off, I want to congratulate us all that we made it this long and no cuss words came out.
There have been plenty of cuss words.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Like
this is
30.
this is Milo's Bitchos shirt.
Oh God.
we curse so frequently and so fast that it's like it hasn't happened yet. Anyway, great instrumental band from London, guitar based, really cool group.
Are there any Latinos in that band? Because that is a Latino name. Are they just like
No,
the name?
there's no Latinos.
They like
in-
the name the Dicks in Spanish. That's why
They do. They
That's
do.
not the
yes.
dicks.
And actually, the head guitar player, who is the main person, she was also the drummer in the Admiral Sir Cloudsley Shovel. band.
Oh, nice work. She was.
Yeah.
She's not
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
They have a
Her name's
new album.
Sarah Patel, I think, is her name.
Sure, they have a new album coming out. Lord Cloud Shovels Lee, blah blah blah.
They're great.
You
Great
can
band.
You can review that if you want to. No,
I absolutely will. Absolutely will.
What are you holding up, Nick? In the middle of the shirt check. What are you doing?
I'm just holding. I'm not trying to be noticed.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No. You obviously you have a problem today.
Farmer's
You're
Almanac.
acting
Continue.
out. What does that
I'm
have
not-
to do with the fucking price?
It was
of
a-
tea?
I wasn't trying to be talking about it. Go. Go.
Okay. My shirt check is coroner because coroner. Anyway,
Believe it or not, I've never heard Corner before.
that's
I don't
insane.
think I have either.
All of
I
my
think-
enthusiasm for this episode that I have to lead the rest of the way is gone now. But okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I compose myself.
Simple question. While we're waiting for it to get this moving,
Yes.
is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame worth it? Like, serious question. Does it even make sense for it to exist?
You know, that's a good catalyst for going into it.
I
don't know.
can't say that it really honestly that it makes sense to exist. I love the idea of a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame museum, like all Halls of Fame museum, where you've got these really cool artifacts. This happened, that happened, but
Mhm.
that's already a thing. It's called the Hard Rock Cafe because apparently they got all the things somehow.
I don't know, Keefy, what do you think? I mean, because I guess to me, it almost felt like in some ways, like I said, I love the museum aspect of it. I feel like that maybe it even may have started out as a way to kind of pay honor to some artists that might have gotten overlooked or ignored by the Grammys at some point. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, not all of them, but like, I don't know, like if, let's say like in 90 whatever, like when the Dead got inducted in. They got inducted in on the merit of their longevity, on the fact that they were pioneers of a lot of things around rock and roll and whatnot, but like they never got a Grammy. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I thought that it kind of might have started like that for some reason, but then it just kind of snowballed into a big commercial, like a big way to sell records again, you know? Because I mean, let's face it. I mean, I have actually seen. I don't know if you guys have seen it too, but like there is an increase in record sales when people get nominated into the Hall of Fame.
Well, I don't
Very
doubt that at all.
just like when someone gets a Grammy, you know. So there's something in my head that says
Well,
there's a
I mean,
little more
honestly,
to it.
if I'm being honest, I don't think the Grateful Dead ever deserved a damn Grammy. But I would say they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I
Muted.
totally agree with that. 100%.
Don't getting too happy with the mute button.
Thank you, Patrick.
Just a gentle tap, Patrick.
They apparently Patrick wants me to just mute, so I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna listen.
Patrick is the name of the mute button now. From now
It
on.
is.
So here's a complex answer to a simple question. I think, is it worth it? Is it worth having? I have been to museum exhibitions like Play It Loud, which had the instruments of like thousands of artists, including like stage Eddie Van Halen's whole stage setup from his last tours, and like Metallica's drum set from Hardwired, and James's guitars and stuff, and Jimmy Page's Led Zeppelin 2 bow guitar, and Jimi Hendrix's Set on Fire at Woodstock guitar, all that shit. So it was cool. The Punk Rock Museum in Vegas, incredible experience. Even if you're lightly a punk rock fan, it is immense what they have in there. Gift shop, disappointing. Museum, incredible. So I think on paper, the idea of a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is great. Let us remember that it was founded by Rolling Stone magazine and Jan Wenner, now disgraced, for saying, you know why the reason women and blacks aren't in the Hall of Fame more? Because they're not good enough. Insane. Guy's insane. Kicked off his own thing.
I was gonna make an Almost Famous reference there.
Yeah, no, there's no.
Now I don't want to.
Yeah, like there's no. In Project Mayhem, we have a name, same guy as Jan Wenner in Almost Famous. So, you know, it's complicated. I think the idea behind a Hall of Fame is good. It does bring recognition to people. It was the current Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as it is has never been only rock. So the idea that artists that are not rock are in, that's a feature, not a bug or a problem. I know that rock fans, especially racist boomer rock fans, don't want to see rap, don't want to see black soul singers, don't want to see R&B, don't want to see anybody up there that's not a white rock person, except Hendrix, I guess. You know, so very strange. Very strange. So, you know, it's a challenge. I do think it has a purpose. I do think it's interesting. It's certainly inherently good to talk about on this show. But, you know, I don't know if it's, you know, if the right people, I don't want to say the right people, but if certain people are not getting in and it's all these old boomers voting that are never going to like give metal and hard rock a chance when there's so many deserving bands, it is kind of a head scratcher. But okay, I'm now going to read the Hall of Fame's own eligibility requirements, put it up for discussion with the two of you, and then I'm going to give my personal requirements that I do every time we do this discussion.
Are we talking after each one or at the end?
At the end.
Okay.
But pay attention. Don't zone out, Don, because it's important. To be eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, artists must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years prior to the nomination year. As we know, a lot of bands are 30, 40, 50 years in before they get in. Criteria for selection include musical excellence, the influence on others, and impact on the development of rock and roll. Not necessarily record sales. That's their own words. So then there's key criteria and selection process. Eligibility, 25 years must have passed. Core criteria, the nominating committee, which is like 40 voters, picks the finalists, and then the 1,200 voters plus vote on the final. Musical influence, impact on the evolution of rock and roll. So we literally can go by each one on the list and say, did they impact the evolution of rock and roll? Were they musically excellent? What is their body of work? Length and depth of career. This is going to hurt a few people coming up this year. And then again, the voting is 1,200 musicians, historians, and music industry professionals. I'm not on this list. I don't know why. Fan vote. There's an online fan vote to weigh in. The top vote getters contributing to final ballot, but only 1% of 1% of the votes. So basically doesn't count. I already voted for Iron Maiden, of course. Categories beyond performers. There are categories such as early influences, musical excellence, and the rapist, pederast, Holocaust denier on the Erdogan Award for non-performers, music industry people. I think that needs to get changed, clearly, because rapist, pederast, and Holocaust denier. And I think those categories are fucking dumb, and I'll tell you why. There shouldn't be, again, Judas Priest for musical excellence, but not the regular induction. Fucking dumb. Just everybody's in or you're not in. And then while commercial success can play a role, so this is twice on their website, while commercial success can play a role, it is not a strict requirement. The focus is on influence, innovation, and superiority in style. So I'm going to rock those three things as we do this, all right? Influence, innovation, and superiority. Now I'm going to say that my criteria for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or any Hall of Fame, is like my criteria for the Sports Halls of Fame. You are an automatic lock, top of mind, and if you have to debate about it, not really then. You shouldn't get in. There's a lot of halls of very good. There's not a lot of halls of fame. People arguing about like minute artists in history who might be great, have a couple of great records, maybe influence some other people, but dwarfed by the rest of the music world. You don't get in. If you got a debate about it, you don't get in. So that's where my head is at. I don't know. Do you guys agree, disagree? What do you think about that process, Nick?
I think an argument could be made if it's somebody you don't know. Like, if I don't have an opinion, like if you said, Nick, the Pointer Sisters deserve to be in. They're an absolute lock for me. Well, I'm not knowledgeable enough on them to say yes or no. They were a different genre of music that I listen to. So I can say, just tell me why. Now, Sports Halls of Fame, I completely agree with you because you have got to get the numbers. If you're in the NHL and you play forward and you don't have 500 goals, get the fuck out of here. If you're a goalie, you don't have 150, 200 wins, get the fuck out of here. If you don't have a Vezina, you don't have a Stanley Cup championship, football's different. Football's the only one that's a little bit different because the records don't mean as much.
I don't care about like championships at all when it comes to sports people.
It's just for the goalies.
A lot of great players play on shit teams. So I don't think even for the goalies it matters.
That's where it is. It's for the goalies. Now, no goalies get into the NHL Hall of Fame without a Stanley Cup.
That seems stupid. But okay.
I agree with it. I agree.
There's a reason why the NHL is the fourth most popular sport.
As a member of the Goaltenders Union, I agree with that.
Is that a real thing? That's not a
according
real
to
thing.
Darren Pang. It is.
Is that a real thing? I'm asking.
What do you, I mean, it's
making a joke.
No, it's a thing that Darren Pang talks about. He coined the phrase "Goaltenders Union." Goalies stick up for each other. That's all it is.
Okay, you're not a goalie. You're not a pirate, Steve. Your knees and ankles say otherwise. Go ahead, Don.
My knees say I'm not a goalie now, yes, but when you're in forever.
Sure. Okay.
Get enough, conkies going on, and you forget that you can't play anymore.
Okay, Dad. Go ahead, Don.
Okay. To kind of coattail Nick a little bit, like I kind of agree, but only for me is that like if it's someone that's getting inducted or that I don't know who they are. Like, I'm not going to write them off, though, but I do want to at least be presented with something that's going to say, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I want someone to say, like,
completely agree.
This is why they're relevant. Like, because I could probably name, hell, any of us could probably name 5 bands that neither one of us have heard of, but that there's some sort of importance and relevancy, or that we can even see that they have been influential in some way, some form or another. Does it mean that they all get in? I mean, if I had my way, I would say that they should at least be nominated, some of them, but at the end of the day, I feel like the people that we are going to think are deserving of getting in, 90% of the time aren't going to get in because they're going to be artists that either were completely snubbed or they were artists that aren't deemed good enough by even our peers, right? So each of us might even consider a band that we think is incredibly deserving of going in, when 2 of us might be like, no,
I'm I'm gonna take it back for 1 second to what Nick said. I think like an artist. So like, okay, you don't know the Pointer Sisters, but like, if I say Aretha Franklin, you wouldn't argue about her being a Hall of Fame artist, right? Of any Hall of Fame.
No,
I
wouldn't.
agree and disagree with your point. I agree with your point if it's somebody I know. Yes.
But I'm saying like again, it should be an absolute transcending genre, ubiquitous in all of music. Frank Sinatra, Hall of Fame of whatever.
Yes, I would agree.
Even
I
though
would agree
he
with that,
hated
yeah.
rock and roll and he was scared of rock and roll, and he was jealous of the Beatles.
He was a pre-boomer boomer.
He was the pre-boomer. He was the preeminent pre-boomer. Just a random for you. How many artists do you think are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame total?
What, like 200 maybe?
Middle cold.
I was gonna say 350.
Don is closer. 370. How many do you think are in the NHL Hall of Fame, Nick?
NHL Hall of Fame, they're only allowed 4 a season. Probably about 300.
314. Good guess.
Ooh,
You were
nice.
close. Monty. By comparison, the NFL, which has many more players and as long a history as the NHL, and not comparable to music, but 382 members of the NHL.
How many do they let in a year?
It changes every year. If you don't get enough votes, they don't put in people. It's like the baseball thing.
The NHL is 11. The NHL is 4 every year.
Yeah, once in a while there are like 11 guys that get in, but most of the time it's 2 to 4 or 5.
Okay.
Eli,
I don't know what baseball is, or obviously NBA, because I don't know what I don't know about the NBA. You could just about squeeze into the Grand fucking Canyon.
Keefy, did you trim your beard?
No, I think he shaved his mustache. He's going for that early Lincoln.
He's looking very like put together. And Nick, you got a haircut. It looks fantastic.
I am really awful about haircuts because one of my childhood traumas was haircuts. So, but as soon as my eyebrows get to about 1.5 inches, I get her done. I wish that was a joke.
I ran an errand. That's pretty funny. I ran an errand right before this, so my face was wind fucked by San Francisco right before I got back home. So that's what it is. I just look cool.
Can I please make a motion to have that phrase used weekly, at least once? Wind fucked.
But after 7 minutes. The Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, by the way, has 350.
Finally swallowed.
354 total members.
That's what she said.
That's what Miss Kazari Dancer said. 281 former major leaguers, managers, umpires, and pioneers.
Do you know Vladimir Tetriak is in the NHL Hall of Fame?
Who the fuck is that?
He was the goalie for the Red Army team when they were so good.
All right. Anyway.
Hey, guys. Hey. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Did somebody say swallow?
Spitters or quitters, Gazari.
It's Miss Kazari Dancer 1988. I'm back from my actressing.
It went really well.
I bet it did. Are you ready for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2026 nominee class? We're about a month away from finding out.
Can you give us the outline of how we're going to do this?
We're going to do the bands in alphabetical order, the artists in alphabetical order.
Okay.
I can read the whole list off, and then we can go one artist at a time and talk about whether they should.
Yeah. So list, then artist. Okay. Let's start there.
The whole list first.
Yeah.
And then later we'll have time to blue sky.
Tremendous. Let's roll.
Who's been snubbed? Whatever. The Black Crowes. Jeff Buckley. Mariah Carey, nominated once again, snubbed last year. Phil Collins, somehow not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the biggest selling artist of the 80s. Melissa Etheridge. Lauryn Hill, solo of the Fugees. Billy Idol. In Excess, never been nominated somehow. Iron Maiden, nominated for the 3rd time. Joy Division New Order, snubbed last year, nominated again. New Edition, the preeminent R&B and rap group of the late 80s and early 90s. Oasis, Pink, the singer, Sade, Shakira, Luther Vandross, and the Wu-Tang Clan. Enter the Wu.
I heard they're for the children.
They are for the children. So, let's go back in order. One band at a time, one artist at a time.
Now we're just going to say, do they deserve?
Yes.
And then if we need, then we'll have a discussion after that.
No, we can have a discussion for each artist now. Like, no, we're not going to go back a third time. That seems bleh. The Black Crowes, I'm going to say no, dog. They don't.
No.
They're great 3 albums.
Hall of Very Good.
Middling band, Hall of Very Good. Don, I know.
They know. I love-ish them, but no influence. No, they no guns, no numbers.
Go explain that, because you've said it before on the pod.
The guns are numbers. This comes from the Doors song 5 to 1. They got the guns, but we got the numbers. So for me, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is different than the Sports Halls of Fame, because in the Sports Halls of Fame, you must just have numbers. You know, Tony Esposito in the NHL didn't get in because he created the inverse V goalie stance. Jacques Plante didn't get in because he was the first one to wear a mask in NHL competition. They got in because they were really, really good. And they had the numbers. They had the wins, the shutouts, the Vezina trophies. In baseball, if you don't have 500 home runs or 500 steals, you don't get in. You don't get in on defense alone, except unless your name is Ozzie Goddamn Smith, the Wizard, by the by. You have to have the numbers. Now, in the Music Halls of Fame, you can have the guns. So, whereas, and I hate this fucking band, the Sex Pistols don't have the numbers. They didn't sell 48 billion records, but they have the guns, meaning they made a lasting impact on music. The Dead don't have the numbers, but they have the guns, made a lasting impact on music. They created a ripple effect. That's the guns. Guns or numbers.
Don, Black Crowes, in or out?
You know what? I'm going to go out, and kind of similar to what Nick said. I mean, to me, the Crowes, great band. The one thing they were groundbreaking, if anything, for it was being from Atlanta. And Atlanta was like, I mean, not them. Let me rephrase that. People in Atlanta were so excited when they got big, because it was one of the biggest bands out of Atlanta at that point in the 90s. So we were all excited. We were like, they're good to do. But, you know, they were just recyclers. And so I don't see the influence.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to say.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, and basically, because trying to find my words and use myself here to slow down a little bit, was that they were so big to us in Atlanta, is what I meant, is that when they broke big, we were like, holy shit, this is going to be the band from Atlanta for my generation. And I was in high
that would be
school.
like me talking about Nelly, because when Nelly hit, he was the biggest St. Louis artist of the modern pop era. I would still say no.
Exactly. But now, like, if you would have asked me when I was in high school, maybe. But like now I look at the Crowes, I'm like, you know, solid band. They made 3 great records. They made a couple
albums too.
Other albums as well, but I don't see the guns. Or I mean, they have the numbers though.
They're not original enough for me.
But they don't have the guns.
I will tell you that Black Crowes Reddit is on fire, because basically there's so much love-hate for the brothers being like dictatorial cunts since the comeback the last few years. They're like, they should have to get up there with Gorman and Mark Ford and have to accept an award next to those guys and have to just fucking grit their teeth through a speech. That would be worth it.
Dude, if they had to do it with Jeff Cease.
They hate that guy.
Dude, Chris Robinson would he would eat the stage if he had to. But that's the thing, is that I don't think that I don't think the Crowes are influential. Yeah. I don't think they're groundbreaking. Were they a great band? I think so. Hall of Fame, for the record,
guns or numbers. In order to get on numbers alone, you need like 4 or 5 diamond albums, in my opinion. You need at least, and you need to have sold like 50 million records. And if you think about that, that is such an astronomically crazy number. Yes, I know how many Metallica sold of the Black Album. That's insane. You need to have one of those records. You need to have a Phenomenon record. You need to have several diamond albums that to get on like. So if Black Crowes had sold 50 million copies, 5 diamond records, yeah, I'd say yes. But they don't have that. They have.
I don't have all that. I don't have all that info pulled up unless you ask me to. I could, but I just want to say again.
I know they don't.
Again, influence, innovation, and superiority in style. Influence, no. Innovation, definitely no. Superiority in style, I guess. And no record sales.
I would still say no to that.
So let's move it on. This is going to be a controversial one. Jeff Buckley, died young. 2 great albums and a live album. Beautiful voice. Really put indie rock on the map. He was really a critic's darling. Not commercially successful. He was kind of the industry plant. He's the child of Tim Buckley, right? Who was a 70s rock artist. And I know people absolutely love him. Grace is an incredible all-time album. Jeff Buckley, not in the Hall of Fame to me because too short a career. It's not about sales, but too short a career. Very influential, great singing style. Did a lot of, his most famous song is a cover. Like, that's an immediate no for me, dog. Like, I'm sorry.
So what I love about the Hall of Fame episodes is I can compare them to athletes, and it's totally fine, and I don't get yelled at for it. If you go to the St. Louis Blues Arena, the Enterprise Center, and you look up the retired numbers, you will see Bernie Federko, you'll see Brett Hull, you'll see Chris Pronger, and a couple of guys that shouldn't necessarily be there, but But you will also see number 3, Bob Gassoff. And no hockey fan alive knows who Bob Gassoff is, unless you are 65 years or older. Bob Gassoff played for the Blues for 3 seasons. He was a goon, just a straight-up fighter. The people who remember him say he was amazing. His number was retired because he died on a motorcycle crash, drunk driving at a party. That is an overreaction. To put Jeff Buckley in because of one good record and he died early would be an overreaction. I'm sorry. You need to have several records for me to even consider it. That's one of the numbers you have to have. So, no. Done.
I'm pretty sure, before Don, I'm pretty sure his whole career is like 5 years.
That long? Even that long?
Maybe. Well, again, industry plant. He's a child. I hate that word.
Oh, fair enough.
It's a current, current thing.
Nepo
Don,
baby.
Go ahead. Yeah, he was a Nepo baby. Though, like one of the first, actually, of the 90s. Go ahead, Don. I love the guy, but no.
I agree with both of you. I mean, I think he was a great songwriter. I think he was a great singer. I don't think he was even around long enough to be remotely influential. I don't think, I never hear Jeff Buckley's name come up when anyone talks about iconic or influential folk singers or singer-songwriters. You know what I mean? Like, so I think the guy was great. He had a short life. He was sad, I mean, it was a bummer, but I mean, hell, why not put Charlie Kirk in then? You know what I mean? Like, as much as
Jesus
say
Christ.
that,
Why would you bring Charlie Kirk up?
You should have said Snot or Suicide Silence or Sublime.
Well, no, I mean, because
hey, Keefy, hold on. I found a picture of your mom getting gangbanged by the New York Knicks in the 70s. Hold on a second, and then I'll talk about Charlie Kirk. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, what I'm getting at, that was a sly stick, though. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, like, just because you've been gone, and you had such a short life, and then a lot of people liked you, like, did that many people really like him when he was alive? I don't know. And the fact that his biggest hit, again, was a Leonard Cohen cover, like, I don't know. Everything just screams no dog.
Is his version on Shrek? I don't know.
Yes. No. I think that's Leonard Cohen's version.
I don't know. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
that's
if you have to ask, you don't know what Jeff Buckley sounds like, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I
Leonard
do.
Cohen, Jeff Buckley.
Or you've never seen Shrek.
I've seen Shrek.
You haven't. You may not. You proved you haven't. Bag of sand. Anyway.
I have seen Shrek.
Jeff Buckley,
I
I'm
will
sorry.
die on this hill.
All the haters come for us in the comments. I love Jeff Buckley. I want to own a copy of Grace on vinyl. No Jeff Buckley Hall of Fame.
My kid.
However, I will say the Hall of Fame looks very kindly on dead people. They love you when you're dead. Speaking of someone who is not dead, the next nominee is Mariah Carey. Oh my God, I conjured her. Here comes the Christmas song in fucking March. Mariah Carey, incredibly talented, the biggest selling female artist of all time, including Cher, who likes to claim that number, but she's been like way not that number for a long time. She is an incredible vocal talent. She had like the most #1 albums, I think, for a female artist until Beyonce recently beat her out. And Taylor is probably going to beat Beyonce out. I know she has a bad reputation in the industry. She's definitely not dealing with a full container of French fries. But Mariah Carey, I'm going to say she was snubbed last year because of her bad reputation. She absolutely deserves to be in. It doesn't matter about Rock Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, Mariah Carey, yes.
Just consider it the Popular Music Hall of Fame. Rock and roll meaning not classical, not art music. If you look at it that way, it just makes so much more sense, and then you don't have racist boomers yelling at you on Twitter. Anywho, yes, completely agree. She has so many numbers that you can't count them. No guns, lots of numbers though. Numbers
No
on
guns.
numbers.
How she has both.
She's got lots of guns.
Okay,
Not just the
I
two
find-
big ones on her chest. Like she actually has
oh
guns.
my lord.
Sweater puppets.
And there it is, folks,
Sorry.
ladies and gentlemen. He's
That's
back, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the best of all time. You just face bumped it.
I didn't know I didn't face
It's
bump, but I
right
hit
in
the
front of
cord.
you.
I hit the cord.
You're wearing your
Dude.
glasses. What is wrong with you?
Nick almost had a stroke. He was like,
I thought he was. I'm listening.
You know what?
no
I'm glad I can
disrespect.
make you fuckers laugh when I'm not
Yeah.
trying to, and then I get goddamn crickets when I'm shooting for it. I
Sorry.
don't think she has the guns because I don't think she has serious influence. I think she is amazing. I think she is wonderful. I think that she is one in a line. Simple as that. You
I
will not
disagree.
convince me. Done.
I would argue that she has influence across two distinctly different subgenres of popular music, and like singers like Celine Dion and those, and then also R&B like New Jack Swing R&B. By the way, I'm this old now. I have to have a string on my glasses.
I wear my glasses because they make me sexy.
Sure, done.
I
Look at
wear
me.
my glasses because I'm blind as a fucking bat.
I
You
wear
see me?
my sunglasses.
Oh my god. My kid made me watch that video like 2 to 3 times a Saturday for 4 years straight. And then we're in an antique mall and there's the goddamn record and I get it for him. Like, do you want this? She's like, nah, I just played that because you hated it.
He was trolling you. Don't mess around with the guy in shades. Oh no, that's Corey Hart, Billy Joel protege. Go ahead.
Hey,
Why does he have no other proteges? You want
dude, that would be a notege.
nice.
Oh,
Not even his kid. His kid is not technically his protege,
Exactly.
which is mind blowing. Actually,
This is fucking.
like my
crazy.
dad is Billy Joel. You want some help with your career? Nah, I'm good. I heard that sunglasses and night shit, and I'm good.
No,
Oh,
I'm
God.
solid. I'm solid.
Done. Mariah Carey, in or out?
Mariah Carey, I say in, and if anything, iconic, because she has become an iconic Christmas staple now. Like whether we like it or not, every Thanksgiving, I go, okay, let's start thawing out Mariah. Let's do this, and like, I mean,
November 1st, basically.
exactly right. It's November, but that's the thing.
as
is that,
soon
like,
as KZK goes to Christmas music, as it does every
That's-
year,
that's
you know
it.
Mariah's coming.
And so am
She's
I.
back there.
But
She's back there doing this by the tree.
and so am I. But anyway, I think she's in. I think she's iconic. I think she does have some kind of cross influence, believe it or not. I mean, even with some of the younger singers that are coming
Okay,
out.
from now on, Don cannot comment on very attractive women in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is so weird.
There's
So can
3
I.
more in this show. We'll get
Oh, God.
maybe 4, depending on how you
All right,
are
let's
attracted to people.
let's
Mariah
move the
is, so
track a
that's
bit.
Black Crow's not in, Jeff Buckley not in, Mariah in our short list, right?
Yeah.
That's wild. Mariah's.
So we got Mariah.
Phil Collins, former hero of mine, drummer of Genesis. Genesis not in the Hall of Fame, I think. By the way,
What?
the Hall of Fame hates prog, so no Jethro
Okay.
Tull, no Emerson, Lake and Palmer, no yes. Embarrassing. But Phil Collins, the biggest selling male or any artist of the 80s. He sold 89 million records in the 80s.
I didn't realize it was that many.
So, yeah, like Michael Jackson's number 2, and it's by a bit. So, but also Michael has 3 albums in the 80s, and Phil had like 4. And plus 1990 has But Seriously. So, like, or 91. So, Phil Collins, incredible solo artist. Actually had art, actually had record sales, actually has incredible talent and influence, I think. He has made some mistakes like Tarzan. He has a lot of covers that are curious, but like the guy is incredible. I would put Phil in full stop, first ballot.
Yes, I would also put Phil in. Phil Collins is a great example of a solo artist being something different than the band he was in. However, when you're in a loopy ass prog band who's on more mushrooms than, I don't have a simile, than a crazy simile. Okay, yeah, it's probably going to be different, but yes, Phil in. Done. Phil's in like Zetro.
Zetro out, Phil's in. I don't know what's going on.
He'll be like, I don't know what's going on with this music. I like the drumming, though. Tom Hunting, Phil Collins is a fan of your drumming. I don't know about that.
Good, Will. I guess you're just not that good, Will Hunting.
Tom Hunting.
Tom Hunting out, Zetro in.
Tom Hunting out, Good Will Hunting in.
I mean, Nick's son plays drums, but one son plays drums and one plays bass.
That's true.
So Phil in for Nick.
I say 150% in. I mean, and just so you know, like I did pull up again via our friend ChatGPT the sales of certain artists. Phil Collins has sold 150 million records.
Holy crap on a cracker!
Which is about what Mariah has done also.
As a solo artist. That's not counting what he sold with Genesis.
Is probably like 20 million.
No. 15. With Genesis 80s and 90s, probably about 30 million, just those two records.
Maybe.
Land of Confusion and I Can't Dance, I guarantee you.
Yeah. I mean, but like, again, I mean, to me, he ticks all the boxes. I mean, like, influential. The guy's got the longevity. He's got the numbers.
He is an iconoclast. He's not an icon.
He totally is. And I'm sorry, but if you don't know that drum beat that leads into In the Air Tonight, you have been either living under a rock or you're just
ingrained into popular culture.
Right. Previous podcast subject, Robert Plant. We talked about how Philip wrote and produced a lot of the first two Robert Plant records. And literally that gated drum sound from In the Air Tonight that doesn't come out until later is prominently on those
on that Plant record. Yep.
Yeah, and the Clapton Journeyman and everything else. So
all right, who's next?
Mariah in, Phil in, Crows out, Buckley out. Melissa Etheridge, wonderful singer-songwriter, 2 big albums, not a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry.
I saw her at the Sheldon. It was one of the greatest concerts of my life. She was touring behind her blues record. I have that on vinyl. It's amazing. Yeah, still not even close. Not even remotely close. Done.
25 million records she sold. So, but
no.
On top of that,
I mean, that is a lot of records, though.
It's a lot of records.
It's a lot of records, but she's released like 20.
She hasn't. Yeah. She definitely does not have 20 albums. She's been she's Woodstock 94. She got kind of hot late, like Bonnie Raitt. She got big late, right, in her career, like 30s or early 40s. They were talking about her for a Janis Joplin biopic because she could sing the songs, and she did Piece of My Heart at Woodstock, basically because of fan demand. But honestly, like I couldn't see it back then. I couldn't see it now. Like she was too old then to be a Janis at 27 even. So
okay.
I just think
she has 17 studio records.
Okay.
And 5 live records.
If you have to argue about it, she's not a lock. She's not in.
I agree, but I'm just saying she did do the 20 records, like I said.
Fair. Okay. So you say in, Nick? Is that what
No, I say no. No, Hall of Very Good tops.
Yeah, Hall of Very Good, barely.
Yeah.
Better than Sheryl Crow is in, and she's better than Sheryl Crow, but not
way better than Sheryl Crow, but I would say no on Sheryl Crow. Anyway, let's next.
Yeah, done. I'm going to echo that as well. But I mean, great artist. I think she was part of a very big like revolutionary movement, but she didn't spearhead that. The whole Lilith thing.
You can't put a movement into the Hall of Fame.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing with you.
Well, she's not even Sarah McLachlan is bigger than her and should be.
That's what I was going with.
I would honestly put like a bunch of other people in ahead of her.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, because you could throw in 3 or 4 off the top of your heads, but Melissa Etheridge, I think no, right. Not even iconic. I don't think
three
iconic. Yes, for LGBTQ community, but not for music.
Yes,
I don't think even for them that she is. To be honest,
I disagree.
Girls.
Moving
Indigo
on.
Girls, but whatever.
I saw her with Indigo Girls.
Ani DeFranco is before her also.
I have not seen Ani DeFranco,
and she would not get in this hall.
No, wait, are the Indigo Girls in? Are the Indigo Girls in?
I don't think so.
They shouldn't be.
One of you can mute yourself and look it up while I have to talk. Yes, thank you. This is going to be a controversial one because I think this person is going to get in but should not. Lauryn Hill of the Fugees has one unbelievable album. Nothing else really in 30 years almost. Fugees are a 2-album band. And she is a mess, to be polite. Try to steal revenue, claim she wrote the whole miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You know, she was the first artist to win 5 Grammys. She swept the American Music and Billboard Awards. So she captured a moment in time where she took her like New Jack backpack hip hop stuff that was huge. The score sold, I think, 5 or 8 million. I met Fugees before they were famous. Not impressive people, but I know people love Lauryn, and not boomers, but actually like Gen Z and Gen X love Lauryn Hill. I don't think she belongs in the Hall of Fame, but because Mary J. Blige got in the Hall of Fame, even though she's a way better artist to me, Lauryn will possibly get in. That's my feeling, like she's gonna get in. She should not. Nick.
Hell no. I wouldn't put in the Fugees. Fugees are a kind of hit. They were a hit it and quit it band. I mean, it's like Guns N' Roses getting into the Hall of Fame. Sorry, no, hit it and quit it band. One amazing. I said what I said. One amazing record.
You are insane. Guns N' Roses series soon. Trust me.
I'm totally in for that. However, Guns N' Roses did not have the longevity career. They were a quick burn.
They have it now. They have 10 years straight now. So I think you're wrong.
What record did they put out?
It doesn't matter. They don't have to put out records. They have sold out tours. Like, you're insane.
Matters to me.
You're an insane person. They have the biggest selling album of the 80s that's not Thriller.
I know.
Bro.
I agree, but I need more than you know what? I take that back because
I don't even have to argue about it because Dawn agrees with me. You're insane.
I take well, yes, lawyer wife says I'm insane, but she married me, so what's to say about her?
Yeah, well, a lot.
No, I take back what I said about Guns N' Roses because I got the Phenomenon record. So anyway, I'm talking over myself. No, the Fugees are Hall of Very Interesting, and Lauryn Hill is Hall of Riding on Those Coattails. Done.
And she had 4 or 5 albums like that one album, yes, but she has one, and a whole bunch of shit since then.
And it's not a Phenomenon record. It didn't sell 30 million copies.
And she tried to rob the people who wrote the record for her.
There you go.
It was hers.
Done.
Oh, it's certified diamond.
I need for one record. I need 30 million.
For one record. And here's the thing, is I agree with both of you guys. I mean, even when she was hot, I thought she was so overhyped. To me, that was an industry cog. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, she had more push behind her than just about anybody that year that album came out. And even then, I was underwhelmed by it. I don't hear influence. I don't hear versatility. I don't hear she's not iconoclast. She's an artist. Stated. She's an artist that to many made one great record. I don't think she even made a great record, so I don't think she should be in.
She didn't make a great career.
Yeah, and she sure as hell had been burning some fucking bridges lately in the last 5 years. Was it her that was like showing up to shows like 3 hours late and shit? Like she was totally doing an Axl Rose.
I have a really great, terrible Lauryn Hill story, but it would take a long time to explain. Long story short, I bought $3,000 each front row tickets for my former boss.
What the fuck?
Lauryn Hill, my boss, not me. I bought them for him on his black card. And she showed up drunk. She played 3 songs and walked off. And my boss said, "Can I get the money back?" And I was like, "We bought them from scalpers. This is before like the internet almost, like 2000. So like, no,
can I get my money back?"
It was a birthday present for his wife. She was pissed. That's the short version of a much longer story. But anyway, Lauryn Hill.
I don't want any more.
Yeah, I don't. Now this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a real tough one, and I'm going to refute some of this information. Billy Idol, beloved. 4-decade artist, right? 79 to now. Had a record last year. Has sold 40 million albums. Has a litany of top 10 hits. His biggest selling record is only 2.8 million, so I don't understand how he has 40 million record sales, but it could be
That seems surprising. Those numbers don't add
streaming
up.
numbers are inflating that.
Oh.
Rock the Cradle of Love and White Wedding and Eyes Without a Face, which has been
Dancing
all
with
over movies and
Myself.
television. Dancing by Myself. Oh. I'm gonna say Billy Idol, not that influential, definitely not innovative, and really not that superior a vocalist. So I'm gonna say Billy Idol possibly will get him because there's like a lot of love for him, but I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
If we're going to talk about is he getting in or is he not, he probably is. Does he deserve? No. I love Billy Idol. I want more. With a rebel yell, I'm dancing with myself. You know, I rock the Cradle of Love when I'm thinking about that girl dancing with the stereo. And most girls, really. But musically speaking, okay. I can't get through. I have a Billy Idol record. I have his first one, his first like big full LP, right? It's got White Wedding and stuff on it. I can't get through the goddamn thing. I have never listened to it front to back. And if I can't listen to your biggest record front to back, I'm no, done.
I'm kind of on the fence with this one, to be honest, because kind of going back in, of course, the guy's got his punk influence, with Generation X and whatnot, which basically coined a term, so to speak. And then the guy, I'm looking at his album sales right now, just for shits and giggles. The guy has 5 albums that went platinum. 2 of them were double platinum. Rebel Yell almost hit three times platinum. So I'm still trying to figure out that number. That number does seem a little.
It was the 80s and cocaine was a hell of a drug.
Yeah, streaming is the reason it's up that high.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
The last 15 years, he probably was at like 10 million until 2011, and now since then it's 40 million, which good for him. Bless you.
Billy Idol was a nothing burger.
Yeah, Billy Idol is the punk face of pop music. That's
after Cradle of Love until The Wedding Singer.
Yeah,
nobody said the words Billy Idol.
The danger, like Johnny Ramone would have fucking knifed you for looking at him wrong, right? The Sex Pistols are a bunch of bitches. I don't really think they're that.
Oh no, the Sex Pistols were just a bunch of. Yeah.
But Steve is cool. Everybody else kind of sucks. But like he's the safe punk, and so for that, I think that's even more antithetical to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame than anything else. That he's the safe, palpable punk rock.
He was pop punk before that phrase existed.
That is also true.
So you know what? Based on that, he deserves to be in. He deserves to be in now.
Pop punk guy. I don't know. You might be right. Fuck.
Like I said, I'm kind of on the fence.
If we were a gambling podcast, this would be a push, a middle. Like we don't know what it is.
Oh.
But I'll be honest, I'm gonna maybe push.
I don't think he deserves it. Period.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't even think he was punk in his music. He was punk in his look.
Well, Generation X was.
Generation X was.
I know Generation X was, but then nobody talked about that.
Was like, I can make you a. Like it's wild to hear people. He was in Generation X. Like, can you name one song? I can't.
No.
I couldn't even tell you what they sounded like.
I knew he was in a punk band, and I could not name it before you guys started talking about it. I don't even know if that's the name of the damn thing.
That's the band.
I trust you.
The Police were a punk band if Generation X was a punk band. You know what I'm saying?
So were the Bangles. And so were the Go-Go's.
So were the Go-Go's. The Go-Go's were legit, though.
Yeah, the Go-Go's were fucking
So were the Bangles. They were the Bangs.
Whatever.
The Bangles were actually pretty kick-ass live. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and side with
Go-Go's in the Hall of Fame. Bangles no also. Anyway.
Indiglo Girls, no. They're not in.
No.
I'm gonna say no to Billy Idol. No.
All right. Well, here's another one. Perhaps controversial. In Excess has a dead guy. Humongously popular at the heyday. Didn't really have a long career because the singer offed himself, but I don't know. I feel like there's a sympathy thing to get them in, but they don't have they have the guns and the numbers, but not the long. Are they influential? Possibly. Innovative? Somewhat. Superior in their style? I think they're one of many great new wave and pop bands of the 80s and 90s. They have a few great records. If one of you wants to look up the sales, you can do that. But In Excess, In or Out, I probably would say out, but maybe there's a sentiment that wants to give it to Hutchins because he's dead.
They have between 50 and 75 million.
That is insane.
So we'll call it 50. And the thing about 50 is, let's go
That's
to their
It's a big number,
Wikipedia.
though.
That
But
is
is
a
it
big number.
50 in the old era or the current era?
They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 12 records, 12 studio records.
That's a lot.
Nothing
Okay.
since 2010. Suicide Blonde came on the radio the other day, and Lawyer Wife said, if you don't like NXS, there's something wrong with you. And I'm like, I don't know that I do. But if you want to come sit in and listen to Kick that I bought for you from a Duncan package in the sitting room, you always have the music too loud. I'll turn it down. We fought. I wept. None of that is true, except for the first parts. Gut feeling is no. And that's all I have is gut feeling. So, done.
See, this is where I start to feel like sympathy votes here, and I don't even mean sympathy votes because Michael Hutchins died. I'm thinking like at some point someone is going, God, we've got to pick someone who isn't Yes or who isn't ELP, who isn't, Captain Beyond or whatever. I mean, like, yeah, I'm looking at the sales again, and it looks like they sold 2 million copies in the States. It sold 3 million, 30, yeah, 3,500,000. But I mean, again, numbers, numbers, numbers. I feel like Butthead, words, 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 numbers, numbers, numbers. I mean, like, I don't ever think about NXS until someone says NXS. Do you know what I mean? Like I never listen to someone and go, "Oh wow, that kind of reminds me of NXS a little bit." I mean, I I I don't know. I might get shit on for this, but I think that they're about as important as the Black Crowes, if that makes sense. Like I don't think that they serve.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Well,
Don nailed it.
Here's one that is a perfect summation, but I'm going to throw one more thing out there. Is NXS the greatest Australian rock band? And
No.
maybe they opened up Australia. I don't count AC/DC. They made it in England. They're not Australian. Australia doesn't claim AC/DC. They're English. They moved to London to make it. You can't count them. And I break.
Are they as good as Crocodile Dundee?
What about Yahoo Serious?
Real people, real like bands. Come on.
I don't know any other
Did they
ones.
open up the world beside Men at Work and Midnight Oil? Those are your three bands.
Big Country.
They're Irish. What's wrong with you?
Are they?
Yeah, man.
I don't think that's accurate.
This song's about Ireland. Oh my God. It's sung in a lilt.
Seriously, did you not hear?
I'm looking this up.
Heard that?
I'm looking it up.
Hold on while Keith has a fucking brain aneurysm.
I'm looking this up.
Because even if you don't know the song, you know that.
Okay,
that piece
you're
of
wrong.
music.
You're wrong, and I'm wrong. They're from Scotland.
What? Same difference. Come on.
Same difference, dude.
Yes, it is same difference because neither of those are big
whatever.
countries. I thought they were from Australia because they were talking about a big country.
Well, maybe he's not talking about a country. Like maybe he's talking about like a.
The big country's not about a big country. Okay, moving on.
Don.
Don't encourage me.
Okay. NXS not in. But I think they might get. I think Billy Idol and NXS actually do get in as will Lauryn Hill. So that really
agree with that too.
Because that's gonna fuck it up for who? Iron Maiden. 3 times nominated, never been in. Arguably the greatest band in heavy metal history beside Black Sabbath and Metallica, already in the hall. If Iron Maiden can't get, Judas Priest got in. Iron Maiden needs to get in. I want them to get in. I think we would all say they deserve to get in. We don't have to talk about why. They're the most influential, innovative, and superior heavy metal band ever. You can make a case they're the best heavy metal band ever, including Black Sabbath and Metallica, and I would not fight you too hard. But will they get in is my question. Do they get in?
I'm going to say this. They should be in, not just because of the guns and the numbers, but Iron Maiden has made it into the zeitgeist of American culture. You say Iron Maiden to anyone in this country and they know who that is. And they can even picture Eddie. Might not be able to sing you a couple of bars of The Trooper, but they know who Eddie is. They know the font. Anyway, will they get in? Hell no. Done.
Will they get in? No. Should they be in? Probably above everyone on this list. That is my personal opinion. I mean, I am a Maiden stan.
Don nailed it again.
Like,
Thank you, Don.
When I met Lizzie, 29 years ago, and I told her right then and there, I said my 2 favorite bands on the planet were the Grateful Dead and Iron Maiden. And she goes, I couldn't tell you a single song about Iron Maiden, but that's the band with the big monster on all the albums, right? So
There you
even
go.
I mean, the iconics there, I mean, everything about them. I mean,
They are the iconic metal band.
Maiden is bigger than themselves, which is
Correct. There we go.
insane. And I
Like
think
like
that
Slayer is bigger than Slayer. That's what I
right.
was trying to say. Thank you, Don. That's what I was trying to say a couple of weeks ago. That Slayer is bigger in popularity than Megadeth because Slayer's bigger than Slayer. Anyway, Iron Maiden, we're all
Iron
agreed
Maiden
but out.
But they won't. Does the Hall of Fame hate or not understand metal?
They look down on metal. They look back to heavy metal when the term heavy metal was a derogatory term.
Because they're fucking boomers and they need to
Correct,
die.
because they're boomers.
It's the same crew that gave Jethro Tull a Grammy for the best metal release.
It is exactly the same.
It's the same crew that broke up Led Zeppelin, that panned every Led Zeppelin record, that broke up the Who, or it was the Beatles or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to Almost Famous, you know what
But
I'm
it would be
saying.
cool to be on the cover.
It would be cool to be on the cover.
Would be cool to be on the cover.
Nominated yet again, Joy Division, New Order as one entity. Absolutely influential, absolutely innovative, absolutely superior. Probably don't have the numbers, have the guns. I love both bands, especially Joy Division, but really, other than New Order having some ubiquitous pop hits and some millions of sales, I don't know that they get in. I think they do belong in a Hall of Fame, in this Hall of Fame, but I don't know that they will get ever voted in. If you have to put them both together to get them the sentiment that to let people know that Joy Division is also New Order.
This is a Cracker Camper Van Beethoven situation.
It's worse than that because they're better than those bands, but
yeah.
I don't know these bands, so I abstain. Done.
I'm just shocked, but okay.
I think
I can't know everybody. Keefy.
I feel like you do though.
I try.
All right, done.
I think that I agree with you, Keefy, and that by a long shot should they be in. I mean, if I'm thinking just off the top of my head, like U2, The Cure, Depeche Mode, like I mean, you're talking bands that, as old as they are, have been influenced by Joy Division and New Order. And yes, they're two entities; they're going together. But I think that, to me, it's kind of like an all or nothing thing. This is probably why they're doing it, because neither one of them on their own would ever get the attention or the praise that they deserve in a setting like this. So because they are so close and because they are that, it's almost like it's taking two of them to get the respect that it takes one band to
This
get.
is exactly what I meant earlier about you can have a debate because when you don't know enough. Anyway, Keefy.
Sure, fair enough. All right, so Joy Division would are not in, even though we would put them in.
Yeah.
Don and I would put them in. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug, as well as cocaine. New Edition, Boston's New Edition, the first boy band after the Jacksons and that era of bands. So the first 80s boy band, New Edition, hold on, humongous record sales, influential, tremendous influence on the next era of both R&B, New Jack Swing, hip-hop. 90s hip-hop would not look the same without New Edition. There are bands that are far bigger than them, like Boys to Men, that may someday be in the Hall of Fame. And even as solo artists, they went off and had like huge, Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresvant, Belle Biv DeVoe, all their branches are also big. So,
and the original
Belle Biv
Pimp
DeVoe is related to this. How?
Yeah, dude.
Because
and
Belle Biv and DeVoe are all in New Edition.
I didn't know that.
And don't forget the OG Pimp, Johnny Gill, baby.
Johnny Gill.
What I don't know about New Edition, you could just... I've already made that.
Is it Johnny Gill or Keith Sweat that had Just Got Paid? It's Friday night.
That's Keith Sweat.
That's Keith Sweat.
Johnny Gill is Rub You the Right Way stroke. I always confuse
Rub you the
guys.
Rub you the right way Saturday? Is that what you said?
Gonna rub you the right way. Yeah.
Rub
Saturday.
you the right way. Say that 5 times fast on drugs. Anyway.
5 times fast on drugs.
I think New Edition probably will get in. I don't know if they'll get in this year against this class.
I have to admit that you are kind of convincing me on this because before we had started this, I'm like, hell no. And I know New Edition. I mean, I don't know them. I don't have any of their records, but you know what? I'll go ahead and give it the end. You know, guns if nothing else. Done.
Man, I might have to just say in, but by pressure in some way. Because first off, I don't hear a New Edition influence in molding hip hop. I mean, like, I can hear him more so maybe going the band route, kind of influencing and inspiring that kind of wave of music. I mean, because they kind of were like what? It was like they were like supposed to be like the modern Jackson 5,
Absolutely.
and so I think of them more from boy band stuff. If I think about it from that perspective, then I say yes,
But
because they
think about
were
them
part.
humping around.
That's not them,
I
but I
know
know
That's
what
what
it
you.
is.
So
but
so hang on one
yeah,
second. That's really interesting. They have sold 20 million records. Their best-selling record was their
20 million?
comeback reunion record with less than 250,000. So again, this is streaming and nostalgia. But these are
So
their.
they hang on,
But they
hang
go
on.
back to 83. I thought they were later than this, but they go back to their first single was 1983 when they were teenagers. Candy Girl, Is This the End? Popcorn Love. These are all hit songs. She Gives Me a Bang. Cool
Mr.
It
Telephone
Now,
Man.
Mr. Telephone Man, Lost in Love, Count Me Out, and then they did a bunch of covers of like 50 songs. So they did Earth Angel, Tears on My Pillow, which is a great song.
Oh yeah, Earth
Um,
Angel was everywhere back in the 80s, wasn't it?
Can't You Stand the Rain? Uh, the Boys to Men song, which Boys to Men name themselves for, and One More Day, which is like a big wedding song.
Can
Um,
I want to go back to their biggest selling album being their reunion record?
yeah, weird.
That is a statistical anomaly
Yeah.
so amazing. It's like Halley's Comet asking you out on a date.
Comment the dog?
Halley's Comet, the fucking
Oh,
comet.
oh, Comet. I thought like the dog. I'm sorry.
What dog?
The dog.
I don't
Anyway,
reference dogs.
Do you not know
Belle
who
Biv DeVoe, Bobby Brown, and Ralph Tresvant are the original New Edition from the Roxbury neighborhood of Boston. Sorry, not Philly, Boston.
Hmm. All right
And
then.
and then and then Johnny Gill came in to replace. I think it was Ralph Tresvant who left first to go solo. And yeah, I don't know. Bobby Brown, who used to think he was one of the top 5 singers ever in hip hop and rap and R&B. Oh, I must have lost my lights. I toss and turn. I can't sleep at night. Don, New Edition, in or out?
I'm gonna say in.
Okay. Here's another one. Controversial. Snubbed last year, nominated yet again on the strength of whatever. Oasis. 2 records. Again, what's the criteria? Again, influential, but they also are pure centrifuge of their influences. Innovation, not really, and superiority in style. I think Oasis will probably get in because, again, like New Edition, nostalgia. That generation is now peaking at adulthood, 50-something, and Oasis just sold out like a world tour after they hadn't toured for 15 years.
Yeah,
Like a
that's a big no for me, dog. They are just they're just based they're 2 shades away from a cover band. Instead of it being white, they're eggshell. If white is the cover band, they're eggshell. Done.
2 words. Black Crows. That's it.
ouch. I think
Black Crows
Oasis
are a
gets
more
in, but
superior band than
I don't
yeah, Black Crows are superior.
necessarily. I think that Oasis is more popular and probably will get in. But
But
okay.
what I meant by that, just to clarify, is kind of what we were talking about earlier, is that I influential,
Two
eh,
brothers that are dicks,
2 brothers that are dicks. Exactly.
horrible people.
Ooh, there we go.
And actually, do we not know that Oasis and the Black Crowes actually toured together
They did.
under a tour? It was called the Tour of Brotherly Love, which I have to say was pretty brilliant. But I think of them like I do the Crows. Like
Yeah.
influential? No. Original? No. They got numbers, yeah, but I don't think that
100 million records
Oh, that
worldwide.
many?
70 million
Yeah, I'm still gonna go
of
no because
physical records.
yeah.
it's 70
22
million
mi-
records of crap.
22 million copies of What's the Story Morning Glory. That is a humongous number for 1995.
But now wait, now are they great records? I think so. I love the records. I think they're great listens. But now I don't ever listen to them and go, "Wow, that is mind blowing and original. I'm like, that's good meat. That's a good record, you know. So, but does good make it? I don't think so.
It sounds like any record that could have been made by the Wrecking Crew.
Fair enough.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you.
Strong reference. I do like that a lot.
Good reference. All right. So Oasis out is what we're saying.
Yeah,
I think they're going to get in.
I agree.
I think they're
that-
actually
yeah.
going to get in because they were snubbed last year, similar to Mariah. Which
I will
also
watch
keeps
this.
everyone else on.
I will watch this just because I want to see the fucking dumpster fire that's going to be the acceptance.
Well, the one
speech.
brother won't come.
Liam
And
won't be
the
there.
bass player they forced out who didn't want to come back for the reunion will go just to fucking be a thorn in their side.
Yeah.
And the original guy that they kind of forced out, who was the other guitar player before the guy that didn't want to come back, he also will come back. So here's a tough one. Pink. Pink is in this list. 25-year career as a singer pop artist. She started out as an R&B artist. Her debut album, not out of the gate, but her debut album has sold 18 million copies, I think. The rest of her career is 100 million total as a pop singer. Now, I think Pink is a great singer. I've seen her live. She's sold 75 million singles on top of the album sales. That's singles. That's insane. Streams, right? Like that make a single. She's got ubiquity and numbers. Is Pink a influential, innovative, and superior artist to other female singers, including on this list? There's still two more.
I gotta go. No. I don't see it.
Don, I think she's getting in, but Don,
Will she get in versus do I think she should be in? I think she'll get in. Do I think she should be in? No. Because then, to be honest, if that's the case, then everyone who sells millions of records and who has great tours will get
well, she is
in.
a great singer. I actually wish she would do a rock record. I saw
Oh,
her.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a
Great voice.
fantastic
And she's
singer.
a phenomenal performer and all those things.
Dude, she's a kick-ass
She went
person
I
too,
agree.
from what I could
She
see.
went from R&B to pop because she didn't want to be another girl in R&B
Mhm.
like Lauryn Hill and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, but
Became
pop
more
these
of-
days is just 90s R&B.
Yeah,
so-
but she was doing the big pop. Like again, her contemporaries are Britney and what's her face, Christina
Aguilera.
So like that's who she's against. Those people.
I get that, but it's hard for me to agree for any pop singer to go in. Period. Because of what the pop industry is. It's here you go, come in, hear the songs, sing them, have a great week. And that's me. Let's move on.
Three of her last four albums have been the number one album in the world. And her last one got to number two. And I think because of Taylor, she didn't get number one. All right, moving on. I think Pink is also going to get in. Here's another one. Sade. Why in the fuck is Sade two-hit wonder even on here? I think she's got a wonderful voice. I don't know that she's necessarily influential because who else can sound like her? I don't think anyone else has tried to sound Sade-like. She had a cool style for the 80s. She was doing something different, 80s and 90s. But, like, is she a Hall of Fame artist?
No,
Definitely
absolutely not. Done.
I think she should be in before Pink. I mean, to be honest,
No.
I mean, like, again, if
No.
we're talking, hold on, I didn't finish. Is that if we're going to talk about influential and being like, I feel like that she has the influence thing going on because I feel like I've heard her style in other people. I think
Like who?
she's,
Like Nora Jones? Like who else?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, like,
I'm doing jazz as a pop song. That's
so, yeah, I mean, but like,
Anita
you know,
Baker was before. It'd be better off.
but see, that's what I was going to say.
Oleta
Isaac.
Adams for gospel. Like, you know,
Yeah,
a lot of people have done my genre as a pop song. Like,
Right.
those are my chosen genres.
But what I'm saying is that from my perspective, if I had to pick who I thought would go in, I think it should be Sade, if anything, because she was at it longer. She, you know, and not only that, to be honest,
She
when
hasn't
came
had a
out-
long career. She's been off. She was on drugs a lot and out of the.
Yeah, and she's also been inactive for a long time. But she put out some incredible albums that I love listening to. And even in the 80s, like it was kind of different. It had a lot of had some Latin influence. To me, she was a way cooler version of Gloria Stefan, I thought. But I like Sade. I
Many
think
less
she's cool.
hit songs and records sold. Like literally,
Yeah.
Sade has the one record and a greatest hits record. That's what she has. So to me, Jeff Buckley style, and
That's what I was just gonna say. Do I think she should be in? No.
three
She's
more,
one of my favorite artists, but I don't think she should be in.
3 to go, 3 tough ones. Let's see what we can do. Shakira. Maybe we don't know enough about Shakira. Shakira is one of the biggest selling artists of all time. She is one of the biggest Latin American artists ever. She has headlined the Super Bowl by herself, by the way. Shakira, probably innovative in multiple languages and countries as an artist. Absolutely influential on a whole generation of female singers. She did come after Selena, but like from a different scene, obviously. And she's proven she could do rock. She's proven she could do dance music. She's done pop. She's done Latin stuff. Shakira, in or out? Nick, I think she's in.
I think she'll get in, but I don't. She's a pop artist, and like I said, I have a hard time saying yes to pop artists. But in fairness, I don't have a whole lot of information. I don't know enough about her. I enjoy her music. I enjoy her voice. But I just can't say yes. Done.
The only thing I know about her is that her hips don't lie. That's pretty much it.
I heard they do.
Oh, well, if they are, then I love lies, let me tell you. Musically, I do think that she does have the kind of that crossover. But again, Selena did it first. If Selena hadn't passed away, or I'm sorry, had been murdered, I think she probably could have gone on a little further. But that was, even for Selena, that was kind of early into that kind of transitionary stage for a lot of artists where people weren't making that jump from, you know, from being straight up Latino artists to going, mainstream, American. I think that Shakira is probably the closest that came, especially in years wise. So I think she should get in. I'm not a fan, but I think that she should probably get in just based on the merit of her career.
Yeah, she is the best-selling female Latin artist of all time with over 125 million records sold, including 94.8 equivalent physical album units. I will say that it's interesting that Pink and Shakira are both from the era of BearShare, LimeWire, and Spotify, whereas Lauryn Hill had sold records in the physical media era still. I wonder if that helps or it makes a difference. Don's favorite record...
I can dance like Shakira if y'all want to see.
Please don't ever. Don's
Okay.
favorite 2 albums by Shakira are Oral Fixation Volume 1 and 2. I
How
think
did
that's
you
a
know?
lock. That's a fucking lock. 2 to go. Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross, incredible singer. A long career as a backup singer before he got to go solo. Sold like 80 million something records. Died, sadly. Great voice. Definitely influential, definitely, possibly even innovative, and surely one of the best male vocalists of his time.
Easy yes for me.
He's probably a yes because the industry loves like that kind of story.
Right.
I don't know that I certainly wouldn't put Luther Vandross in over Iron Maiden and Oasis in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but like whatever. Or in excess, but Luther is probably going to get it.
I would put them both in because there's so many other people here I wouldn't put in, so it's fine. Done.
I love him. I love Luther. I think he's a shoo-in, or at least in my opinion, I think he deserves to be in, very much so. Iconic dude. And I guarantee you, if you are dating someone who has never heard of him and you put that one of his albums, you are getting laid. That's all there is to it. So Luther, this is for you, baby. I say he's in.
That was profound.
Wait, what was I was not being dirty.
No, I just thought it was good. I said profound, not profane.
Oh my lord.
Last and never least, and probably a shoe-in to get in my opinion, the RZA, the Jizza, the old dirty bastard, rest in power, Method Man, Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, Inspector Deck, You God, and Master Killer, the original Wu-Tang Clan. Capadonna is the unofficial 10th member of Wu-Tang Clan. I think Wu-Tang Clan gets in. Other rap groups are in that are modern. I think they get in.
I think they get in. That's an easy one.
They don't have a lot of records, but they have the numbers on the few.
But
records.
they have a lot of icon. They have the icon status. They're everywhere. You know, once you ingrain yourself into society, you have transcended the genre, you've transcended the medium, you belong in the Hall of Fame. Done.
And this is from me. I'm not saying in general, but I'm saying for me, I'm hard pressed to know of a hip hop group where so many of them broke out on their own and did incredible, had great careers, had incredible records. Again, iconic, influential. Maybe not the numbers, but man, you want to talk about the power? Oh, they totally have it, you know? I mean, they are,
Breaking news: Bone Thugs and Harmony is playing in St. Louis soon.
No
well, maybe
thanks.
they'll, well, their next stop will be Peoria, but we'll
Did
get to
I
that later.
did I tell
But
you did I tell you about the time I hosted that karaoke party and this white guy with Karen hair? If you're a white guy with white pants, sandals, and Karen hair, you should just kill yourself. Jump off a bridge, unalive yourself immediately. Um. Okay. So I
fuck
never know
was
what the
that?
fuck you are
I have no
doing.
idea what the
What
fuck
are
I
you're
you
was trying to
doing.
show
doing?
you my pants.
Nick is one of the only people
You are
that
a
actually makes
strange.
me look at someone like they're crazy.
You are a strange fig for a person who's not on a lot of drugs like the other two guys on this show. Anyway,
But I love him dearly.
I mean, I love you dearly, but also you consternate me to no end.
Don't take drugs.
I'm on drugs.
Jump. Anyway,
I'm a golden god.
the official
I dig
scorecard,
music.
the official scorecard, almost famous of this panel is this: getting in this year, Mariah Carey, Phil Collins. Should Iron Maiden get in? Yes, they probably won't. Oasis, no, but I think they're going to get in. Luther Vandross and Wu-Tang Clan. Maybe New Edition. Maybe Billy Idol.
I think that's a pretty good.
They can't all get in. It's not possible.
Right.
Right?
I think 7 can go in. They don't have
And then
a
there's
set
like
number.
the industry so-and-so and an
Yeah.
old-timers people.
Yeah.
Like Carol Kay got in last year, one of the greatest bassists of all time. You have shaken your ass to a Carole King song without a doubt.
You ever seen that video of her making Gene Simmons look like an absolute buffoon?
Well, every
You guys see me shaking my ass last night?
Unfortunately, yes.
And by the way, I have a video capture of that we're going to include in the tail end of this podcast.
Any
I
final
hadn't
thoughts?
cleaned my house. You can't. Any final thoughts on these guys? No. I have a final thought on somebody I think
yes, we're supposed to do the who should be in that has not been nominated.
right.
this
Just
year.
just gonna go real quick on this one. For me, it's Weird Al goddamn Yankovic. The line about Weird Al Yankovic that will show you why he should be in was uttered by, I think it was his manager in the Behind the Music. Whenever you're thinking about modern pop music and the present day music, you're thinking about Weird Al too, because he's always there. Long career, great career, fun songs, fun shows, theatrical concerts, great videos. For me, he is a shoe-in, but he does not get the respect. Done.
I changed my vote from the other day. I'm gonna have to say Queensryche. I know that sounds crazy, but hold on, let me finish. Because they were they were the forefathers of that kind of metal progressive movement. So I mean, I know we have Yes and we have all those bands like that, but to me, Queensryche was what brought it more forward to the metal world. Where after, I mean, when you start to think of a lot of the progressive metal bands that came after them, you're going to hear more Queensryche than you are going to hear Yes and whatnot. And then even Queensryche themselves pulled from influences like, from Yes, from Pink Floyd and whatnot, So, and not only that, I mean, they're kind of the big pushers of the metal hard rock concept record.
What did we say
I
when
mean,
they what did we say when we did the series? They have 50 something million records sold.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
pretty impressive.
And the reason why I'm even going Queensryche is because, I mean, if we're going to put in bands like Foo Fighters and bands like this who have half of the life that Queensryche has had or whatever, I say that they're as deserving as anybody else. I don't think we'll ever see it in our lifetime, but I just wanted to throw them out because I think they're as deserving as anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, they're never getting in, and I love them.
No.
The Hall of Fame hates metal and hates progressive rock. I don't know why. Maybe in 20 years it'll change over, and the DNA of this voting body will change. I would vote for Alice in Chains. Soundgarden got in last year. They are the big four of Seattle grunge, or whatever the fuck you want to say. A far superior band to Pearl Jam and Nirvana, in my personal opinion.
Oh my God, agree to that wholeheartedly.
STP is not in the Hall of Fame. Nine Inch Nails is nothing against Nine Inch Nails. They deserve it. Also, I would say Faith No More needs to be in. Absolutely. Especially because they're never coming back. They have the guns. They have the numbers. They have the influence. They have the superiority. And honestly, the Hall of Heavy Metal, Hall of Metal, whatever, the Metal Hall of Fame, as it's now called.
Metal Hammer Gods or something.
No, the Metal Hall of Fame. It's not that. It's not that.
Oh, the thing that just happened, like they did that thing in LA.
It's not great. It's not great.
It is not very well put together.
It's not well done. It's very strange who they put in and who they don't put in. And it seems like they're going to put in like Phil Susan and not Lamb of God or Gojira or Mastodon, these current crop of bands. So I think it would be very difficult for like your thrash metal bands and your alternative metal bands to ever get in the Hall of Fame with this current configuration. Because how would they ever get in? Maybe Alice in Chains will get in because Soundgarden got in, all those guys vote. But like, it's just weird to me. You know, it's just weird to me that this is, you know, again, I don't have a problem with not rock people getting in. I just think this group of people, Sade, you know, Lauryn Hill as a solo artist is extremely curious. Melissa Etheridge is very curious pick to me. She's not a Hall of Fame, does not immediately speak to me as a Hall of Famer. Even Billy Idol, I just don't understand. Like, well, maybe because he's having a resurgence. Because he showed up and sang at Ozzy's thing because he had a good record last year at like almost 80, like whatever, bro. 75, whatever he is. I don't know. That's it. That's this show. That's the chaser. If you guys have anything else, let me know. Otherwise, I'll take us home.
Take us home, baby.
All right.
By the way, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, great list, everybody. I thought everybody had very good takes on everything. And so I think I'm curious to hear what other people have to echo back with. So,
okay. Are you all done now? That was your chance when I said, you have anything else? Go. Not jump on my part.
I forgot to unmute.
Yeah, well, I wish I could mute you both from life, but I can't.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hopefully next week will be better. Next week, so far, so good. So what if the West Coast doesn't get nuked out of existence by drones? You've been listening to the Glacially Musical Podcast. I'm your co-host, Keefy of GhostCultMag.com. You know the other hosts, Nick Cameron of Glacially Musical and Don Delamont of Southeast of Heaven and Talking the Talk with Don. It's the Glacially Musical Podcast. It does not play in Peoria. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't know, has ever put anyone in from Peoria. Justice for Iron Maiden or get the fuck out. That's my final words.